Hello, and welcome to Sivan's SAP SD training. So in this recording, I'm going to explain you all about the batch management or batch determination, how the batches will be created from the SD perspective, SD point of view, and how we are going to do the batch determination, what are all the prerequisites to do the batch determination, with an example also. So let us go to the session, the slide sharing session here. The batches, we all know that all the materials, majority of the products which are available in the market, whether it is into retail industry or pharma industry or any other industry, they are maintaining all their products into their batches because to maintain their shelf life expiry date. So that based on that one, whenever the batch gets exhausted and then when it comes to the near expiration date, then the business will take the immediate action to sell the product as early as possible in different ways of business promotions. So in pharma industry, we all know that the all the medicines, all the products, they will maintain them into batches. So one more advantage of batches is, suppose any brand which is introduced into the market, like paracetamol 650 mg, by introduced by any of the leading pharmaceutical companies. Assume that there are 10 batches, and out of 10 batches across the country, they have been distributed. And in one batch, if any defect found, and with reference to that particular batch, if any person getting some sort of a side effects, then they will recall that particular batch instead of recalling the all the batches from the market. The similar way, any defects of the automobile industry, any new launch of the cars, they will also recall them, and then they will adjust their whatever the settings are required and the repairs are required. So they will replace them, and then accordingly they will take care of the customers. So we do not want to lose the customers. That is why we always maintain the batches. The batches are majorly used by the pharma industry as well as the retail industry. So that is why the business can take immediate action whenever the defect or damage happens to the products managed in the batches. Also, the business will come to know what are all the products which are having the near expiry date, so that they will take immediate action to sell those products. So we can see in the supermarkets like Reliance or Star Bazaar, Big Bazaar, Namdharis, D-Mart, Walmart, where we can find it out. Suppose within 3 months of expiry date, they will tell that they will offer offer those products into 50% sale because of the their near expiration date. So that is why the batch determination is most important and very useful for any business. So the batch management is also works based on the condition technique concept as the pricing procedure determination. So what is meant by the condition technique? Condition technique means finding the better alternative among the available number of alternatives. It is the combination of condition tables, access sequences, strategy types, and the sets procedure. We have to define them as per the business requirements. Based on their requirement, what are all the condition tables with the key combination we require. So those key combination condition tables, we will create them. So we will create the strategy type, and we will create an access sequence, and we will place these condition tables into that particular access sequence from most specific to most generic. And also all these condition types, we will assign them to the search procedure, like how we do in the pricing procedure determination. Batches can be maintained at 3 levels. However, it is unique at material level. So that we are going to see. So client level, if we maintain the batches at client level, the batch numbers with specifications are same in all the organizational areas. If you maintain the batch numbers at plant level, they are different from plant to plant. Hence, the material level batch numbers never change, and it has its own specification and they are unique in nature. Hence, we always maintain the batches at material level, which are unique in the nature. So the basic settings or prerequisites I can say, which are required to do the batch determination are, first of all, while creating the material itself, we have to activate the batch. So then only that particular material is relevant for batch determination, which the system will consider that particular material to determine into the batches. And activate batch at plant level, activate automatic batch at sales order line item level for the item category TAN, activate the automatic batch at delivery line item level for the item category TAN. Also activate the search procedure with our sales area. So whatever the sales areas we create in the system, so with that we have to assign the search procedure. So we will see them in the system. Also, we can create the batches using the transaction code called MSC1N. And batch condition record can be created using the transaction code VCH1. So these two transaction codes, we can see them in the batch management information cockpit. So that also we will see in the system. So this is the batch information cockpit. So we can provide the information like the material and the plant. When you execute it, how many batches are there for that particular material, we can see them in the system. Accordingly, we can manage the stocks so that we can deliver the goods which are in near expiration date. First, we will sell them, and then followed by the other batches which are having the longer expiration date. So this is the transaction code called BMBC, that is batch information cockpit. So we also must know what are all the important tables associated with batch management or batch determination. They are like MCH1, which is in created in batches. So that one we can see in the table called MCH1, and MCHA, which is like plant specific batches of the materials. MCHB is like batch stocks. So important transaction codes apart from the BMBC, that is batch management cockpit. So BMBC is the batch information cockpit, MSC1N to create the batches, and VCH1 is the transaction code to maintain the batch determination condition or records using the search strategy type. So let us see in the system. So what exactly it happens, how it is going to create. All the basic settings, we are going to see them in the system. So let me go to one example where we have already created the batches and how the system is automatically proposing them. So for this, so I have taken this as a material, and when I created in the system has automatically proposed the batch automatically because of the settings which we have maintained. So if I go to the material master, whether the material is activated for the batches or not. So go to sales general plant view. Here you can see this particular material, we have activated the field called batch management. So this is one of the key factors in determining the batch determination along with the few other factors, so that we are going to see them. So this is how for in the first step which we have to proceed. And then let us go to the batch determination part, which will be happening under the logistics general. So SPRO. So in SPRO, we can see the logistics general. So under logistics general, the batch management is there. You can see here. So first, let us click on specify batch level and activate status management. So batch status management is not defined at plant level, no problem. So select our plant, and it is already activated. The batch status management is activated. So at batch level, see here you can see that defined batch level, batch unique at client level, batch unique at material level, batch unique at client level for a material. So we always choose them as batch unique at material level. So hence it is already activated. We no need to change anything from these three. Batch status management, which is always active for this process. So then we can go to the batch status management. So here under the batch status management, we can see this batch determination and batch check. So if you expand this, we can see the condition tables, access sequences, strategy types, set procedure, batch set procedure allocation and check activation. See all these which is uh, similar to the pricing procedure determination. When we go to the pricing procedure determination, where we can see the define condition tables, define access sequences, define condition types, the similar way in the batch determination, because it is also based on the condition technique concept. So let us see, when you expand it, condition tables, we can find for other modules also. So that means we can maintain the batch determination at inventory management level. That means we can define the inventory management condition tables, production order condition tables, process order condition tables, sales or distribution condition tables, and define warehouse management condition tables also. However, we must always choose the relevant one, that is sales and distribution condition tables. So here we can see what are all the condition tables which are right now available in the system. Go to the availability mode, display mode of this. So these are all the possible entries are available in the table level, creation of the batch determination, sales and distribution condition tables. So 001, 002, and 003. However, it is already created. We no need to create the same ones, because we can utilize these three condition tables as it is. If at all you wanted to create as per the client's requirement, one more thing, a sales organization also, if the business asks you to add, then we can create one more new condition table with that key combination, and then we can maintain them in the system. So however, we are going to use the same ones. Then you can go to the, if you expand the strategy types, so it again says that for all the other modules, inventory management like team, production team, and warehouse management team, everyone, they can create of their own strategy types. However, here in this situation, we are going to create our own strategy type. So here SD02, which is already there in the system. So let us see what exactly the functionalities of the SD02. The strategy type SD02, which is having the class type as 023, that is batches. And here you can see the batch split. So we have given 10 batch splits. That means we can split that, but one material quantity, if it is having 1,200 units, then we can, if the available batches are available about 12 batches, so then we can use up to 10 batches. That means 10 splits we can do that, so that we can divide it into 10 batches. We can utilize them of the 1,200 quantity. Change is allowed? Yes, it is allowed. And over delivery, which is not allowed, so we don't want to check this field indicator. And display unit of measure, it is always a B. So because we wanted to know the stock keeping unit or the base unit of measure, we wanted to see them in the base unit of measure. So if you activate this dialog batch determination, so the system will run the batch determination in the foreground. That means we can see how it determines, and we will get some message that the batch determination is happening. If you uncheck this box, then we cannot see the batch determination because it will happen in the background. So we always select this as dialog batch determination, that should be in the foreground only. Even you can see it in the help button. When you click on help button, you can see here. So if the batch determination is to be run in the background, do not set this indicator. If the batch determination is to be run in the foreground, that is, if you want to be able to control the results of batch determination, set this indicator. So that is what batches dialog batch determination. So this is the functionalities of the sales and distribution condition type SD02, that is the strategy type. We are going to use this, and let us go to the access sequence. So define sales and distribution access sequences. So here SD02, customer material and plant. If you go to accesses, we can see them. There are three condition tables which are maintained. and from most specific to most generic. So you wanted to create them using the customer plant and material. Yes, we can create the condition record for this. We can maintain the condition record for this particular strategy type. And batch sets procedure definition for the sales and distribution. So it is SD0001. So if you select this and go to the control data, we can find the relevant and whatever the available condition types are, like strategies types are there, those types are already maintained. So these are already customized ones. These are the standard ones. SD01 fixed selection, SD02 customer material and plant selection criteria. So like this, we can define of our own as per the business requirement. So then the final step is batch. We have to see the batch allocation procedure here and activate the automatic batch determination in ST. So what we have to do, select this one. See here, for the automatic batch determination of the sales order items. So when you click on it, so it will take us to the item category, the standard item category, TAN, which is always relevant for automatic batch determination. So we always must check this box, then only that particular line item into the sales order will be determined as a batches. So the similar way, activate automatic batch determination for a delivery item categories also. So that is delivery item categories also TAN in the standard item category. So this is also activated. So along with the material master data where we have activated the batch determination, along with these two fields, it will determine the batches. So here, allocate SD search procedure and activate check. So like how we determine the pricing procedure determination, the similar way we are going to do the batch determination for our sales area. So here the sales area is the customized one. So this is the one where we have activated already. The search procedure has been assigned to this combination: sales organization, distribution channel, division, and with reference to the sales document type, we have assigned the search procedure, standard search procedure, and it is relevant for the automatic batch determination. You can see here the batch is active for this particular transaction. So once we do these settings, so we can see the creation of automatic batches. So using the transaction code MCH1N, or otherwise we will be doing it in the migration cockpit, that is like batch information cockpit. So under logistics, sales and distribution, and here the central functions will be there under this. So here we can see the last one is central functions, or otherwise we can directly type the transaction code BM00 and then we can go to the batch information cockpit. So however, I'm going to central functions. Here, batch management. Here we can see batch information cockpit, batch, see here, MSC1N transaction to create the batch management. So automatically the system has proposed the material, and when you press enter, the system will propose the batch number also here. So let us see this one, how it determines. See, the system has automatically proposed the batch number as 597. And here we need to specify, this is the complete setting done by the complete role of the PPQM consultants. They will create in the system. So this is the SD, MM and PPQM integration part. The shelf life expiration date, we can select today's date, like 10th December. And then basic data 2, it is like English. Classification, here we have to always consider it as LOBM underscore VFDAT. This is the one which we have to select it and then press enter. So here nothing to be maintained here. So when you save it, the system will automatically save this material under this batch also. Hence, we have to maintain the inventory for this batch with reference to this batch from SD perspective and with the help of consultant. That means we have to do the stock postings for this particular material using the batch 597, so that when we maintain the batch condition record, the system will automatically propose the batch number into the sales order. However, I'm saving it. Now I'm not going to maintain the stocks because of the existing stocks which are available in the system. So after that, batch determination, batch search strategy. So the search strategy we can define for the sales and distribution. So if you go to VCH1, we can create the batch determination and batch condition record. If you go to this one, SD02, so press enter. So this is the key combination which we wanted to use. Here we can maintain the material and then whatever the associated search strategy, all those information will be populated over here. So here, this is the one, and here we have to always choose the selection with no selection criteria. So this is the one which we have to create. However, since I have created the already existing condition record which is already there, so like I'll go back. I'll go to VCH2 condition, change mode of the batch condition record. So here you can see, as of now, I have already maintained it and I have maintained the deletion indicator. I have set the deletion indicator for this. So when I wanted to create this sales order, the system will not automatically propose the batch. So let us see, and then we will come back over here and then we will see the whether when we deactivate this deletion indicator, then again it will propose the batch number into the system, the previous batch, not the current batch. So let me go to the sales order creation. This is my sales order type, sales organization, distribution channel and division. He is my customer and the material. If I select this, see the message has come, the batch determination in progress. However, the batch does not proposed by the system. So we can see here there is no batch number which is proposed by the system because of the deletion indicator has been set. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this. Again, I'm coming back to the VCH2 transaction code, that is change mode of the batch condition record. Here go to details and remove the deletion indicator and save it. Again, come back and then create the sales order. Press enter. See, the system has now automatically proposed the batch number into the sales order creation. So this is because of the batch condition record maintenance. So here we can see 579. Suppose based on the number of batches, we can propose and we can give the material as well as the batch number into the sales order manually also, the first come first. Suppose if the 579 is going to expire near, having the near expiry, then first we will select, and what based on the stocks, we can exhaust them and then go to the next batch creation. So like that, we can do them in the system. So I'm just saving it. So because it is relevant for credit management, it is saying that credit is exceeded by this much, no problem. So now the sales order, which is already having the batch number. Here we can see, based on the settings which we have performed or prerequisites we have done in the system has automatically proposed the batch numbers. Now let us see the batches. how many batches are there. So let us go to the migration cockpit, batch information cockpit, double click on it. So here specify the material and the plant. So press enter and then execute. See here how many batches are there for this particular material. 576, 578, 579, and the one which we have just created just now. So today only we have created. So like that we can see this batch information cockpit. So entire how many batches have been maintained for this particular material, we can see them in the system. This is how we have to check in the system how many batches are there. Whenever we get any kind of a issue or any kind of a replication of the scenario in real time, we have to come to the BMBC transaction or the batch information cockpit through the path. So let us also see the tables, the important tables, whatever we have seen here. MCH1, MCHA, and MCHB. Let us see MCH1. So here, if batch management cross plant, so that is across the plants, then we can specify here the material, and the technical field name of the batch is CHA or G. It will be already there in the MARA transaction table also. The MARA table also it is available. So when it is created, the batch, everything it will come, and shelf life expiration date also. Execute. See here, the created on, last goods receipt, and shelf life expiration date. So like this, which is the user created by the user. All these stuff will be available in MCH1. And one more thing, MCHA. Batches of the material. How many batches are there? Along with the plant. Under which plant this particular material got created, and what are all the available batches are there when it is created. And MCHB. Batch stocks, the inventory. That means if you click on this one, so we can see the stock also. So for 578 batch number, there are 90 units are available. 579 batch number, there are 95 units are there. So the one which we have created in the batches, 597, if I maintain the MB1C transaction, that means stocks. $561. So posting is not possible, so I'll give it as giving the material quantity as 100 each, and the batch as 597. I'm saving it. So now for this batch also the stocks will be there in the table. So if I refresh this table, you can see 100 quantity got added into the system, into the table. So that means this particular material is maintained in the 4 batches and with the available stocks of the 3 batches. That means all these 3 batches stocks, we can utilize them. Almost 285 units unrestricted stock can be utilized by the user. So this is how the batch management or batch determination will happen in the system. So most importantly, these are the steps which you have to explain during the interview process. Activate batch at material level, activate batch at plant level, activate automatic batch at sales order line item level for the item category TAN, activate automatic batch determination or batch at delivery item category level, activate the search procedure with sales area, and create the batches using the transaction code MSC1N and batch condition record using VCH1. So this is how we have to define. So this is the batch information cockpit transaction where we can see all the batches which are available. And most importantly, these are the important tables which are there in the system. We must always remember them. And important transaction codes during the batch determination. Thank you all. Have a nice day.